Hello, my name is Sanjeev Tripathi. In this video, I will demo how to deploy and scale a microservice or a Java application on Pivotal Cloud Foundry platform. Before you can deploy a microservice or a Java application to Cloud Foundry, you need to download and install Cloud Foundry CLI, and you need a Pivotal Web Service account. This is a link to download the Cloud Foundry CLI. Based on the operating system, it has options for Windows user. We can use Windows installation, and then we can download Windows installer and save the file. I have already installed the Cloud Foundry CLI, so I won't repeat this step. Next, you need to create a Pivotal account and need to register to the Pivotal web service. This is the URL to create the Pivotal account and to register to the Pivotal web service. Once you register to Pivotal web services, you can log into Pivotal web services console, and this is the URL to log into the Pivotal web services console. So here we can log in. You can provide your username and password. Hit the sign in button. This is Pivotal web services console. Here we can create organization by clicking the create organization button. I already have a organization called Black Stack. Under this organization, I have two spaces, development and samples. Pivotal web service console automatically create a development space, so you don't have to create unless you need it. The space is the place where actually we are going to deploy our application. Now from CLI, I'm going to log into the development space. So I'm moving to Cloud Foundry CLI. You can use CF login command. We can enter email address, that is a login ID and password. We can choose the development space. That's where I'm going to deploy microservice. Let me show you the microservice that I've already created. This is the catalog microservice. It have a catalog application, a simple catalog application class. Then I have two controllers, catalog controller and information controller. Information controller just lists the detailed information about the operation that catalog microservices provides. So it have create service, it have retrieve service, it have search service and delete service, and path to the service is the root. You can see here. Catalog controller is the main operation class, where I have a create product method that is bound to the product URL, and at the class level I have a catalog URL, so path would be /catalog/product to the create product method, and it is a post method, you can see here. Similarly, I have a get product method which is bound to /catalog/product/id, and it is a get method, of course. I have another method, retrieve all products, that is bound to /catalog/products. Similarly, I have a search method, and eventually at the end I have a remove method where you can remove the product, and the path to this method is /catalog/product/id. This is the model. This is a product model where I have a ID, version, type, code, description and image of the product. This is a catalog service which eventually calls the product repository, and project repository is the JPA specification executor. Especially actually it's use JPA and Hibernate. Let me show you the dependency in the form file. So this microservice have dependency on JPA, and let's also use the MySQL connector to connect to the MySQL database. So this microservice need a MySQL database. Cloud Foundry need to provide MySQL service. I will move to Cloud Foundry console and create a MySQL service. Cloud Foundry have a list of services, so we can click on marketplace. These are the services being provided for this organization. You can see that we have a create DB MySQL database service. We have a MongoDB service. We have a Redis cloud service. Like that, there are many services are listed here. We need to create a MySQL database, so we need to create the create DB MySQL database service. So we can click on this, and each service have different plan. For this demo, I will choose the free Spark DB plan. So you can select this free plan, and here we can provide a service name. So instance name would be service name. So I will give the service name as MySQL DB, and this service will be bounded to will exist in development space, and that's what we want, and that's where we are going to deploy our application. So we are going to create this service. Okay, you can see here this service has been created, and the name of the service is MySQL DB, and we can see the same service from the CLI as well. So command to list the services CF services, and it will provide the list of services. So MySQL DB is a service we just created, and it have a Spark plan, which is a free plan, and the name of service is MySQL DB. We can also list the application that we already deployed. So CF apps, and we should not get any application here because we haven't deployed any application. So we don't have any application deployed on Cloud Foundry so far. Now I'm going to build the catalog microservice that I just shown to you. So this catalog service is a Maven project, so we can use Maven to deploy and package the catalog service. So I will use Maven clean package command. Okay, so we have got the catalog jar file, and that's what we are going to deploy. So before we can deploy this catalog microservice, we need to pass some deployment configuration. We can provide those deployment configuration either from the command line in CF push command, or we can create a manifest file. So I have created manifest file. I'm going to get that manifest file. So manifest.yml file. Here you can see it have the name of the service. So name of the microservice is catalog/sb hash, and this will become the host name, and we are going to access this application. And this is the memory. So the maximum memory that this service can use is 768 MB, and instance, this tells how many instances you want to create. So I'm giving right now 1 instances, and this is the path from where it will pick the jar file. So this is exist in a target file, and here the services, under services I have provided the name MySQL DB, that we created actually the service for MySQL database, and this will bind this MySQL DB to this catalog service. So now we have everything set up. We can use the CF push command to deploy the application in Cloud Foundry. We want to see detailed logs. We can actually see that from another window. We can use the CF logs catalog SBC recent command. So you can see it's start deploying the catalog service. We can also tail the logs. So I will use CF logs catalog SBC. That's the name of the microservice. So here it will provide the more detailed logs, and it will show the steps. That's how it's deploying. Okay, so service has been deployed, and it's running. Started already. Now we can list the applications, CF apps. So catalog service is already started and have 1 instance. It's using memory 768. That's actually maximum memory, and disk space is allocated at 1 GB, and this is the URL where you can access the application. We can also move to console, and we should see our application here as well. So it is deployed on 1 instance and using memory 678. Maximum memory allocated is 768, and this is the route, this is the path which we can use to launch our application microservice. So I will click on that. So at the root we have created the information service, and that's what is displaying this information. So it's telling information about the microservice. So it have a create, retrieve, search, and delete operations. Now I will create some product and catalog, and I will use Postman client for that purpose. So I will copy the URL from here. Okay, and to creating the product I need to use post method, and then I have to add the remaining URL, that is catalog product. Okay, I need to pass the JSON payload. So I will copy the payload from here. I will create a 5 product in a catalog. I will create one by one. Okay, so I'm creating a first product, that's a type electronics, and it's LG TV. So this product has been created. You can see the ID is 1. Now similarly I will create rest of the 4 product in a catalog. Second product is washing machine, LG washing machine. So this has been created with ID 2. The third one is a Sony LED TV. Click send, and you can see this is created with the ID 3. 2 more product to go. Okay, so this is a Samsung LED TV as I'm going to create in catalog. This has been created with ID 4. And this is the last product I'm going to create. Okay, this is being created with ID 5. So now I will go to browser and see if we can see the catalog here. So to access the all product, I will use catalog products method, and it should list catalog. Spelling typo mistake. It's catalog products. Okay, so it's listing all 5 products that we created just now. LG TV, then washing machine, then Sony, and all those. We can try few more method. We can delete one product. Okay, so let's say we are deleting product number 3, and we have to use delete http method. So delete and send. Let's say status 200. Okay, so it should be deleted. So now we should not see the product ID 3 now here. So this should have gone, Sony LED TV. So you can see the 3 has gone, the product with the ID 3 has gone. We have only 4 product. Now I will show you this catalog is really being saved in MongoDB or not, is really persisted or not. So I'm going to stop the application and restart again. So I will use CF stop catalog SBC microservice. Okay, it's stopped. You can see the apps here. You can see it's stopped here, and if you click get all the product method, it should show it's stopped. So you can see that's application microservice already stopped. Now I'm going to restart again, and we should see we are able to see all the product in catalog or not. CF start catalog SVC. So this will start the service again. So this is starting the service again. Okay, it has been started. You can see this service is running. See the CF apps command. So this catalog SBC microservice is running again, and if we go back here and try to see the catalog, we should be able to see. So you can see it's listing 4 products in the catalog. So that means it's retrieving these products from the MySQL database and it's being persisted over there. Last thing I want to show is the scaling. How to scale this service. So there are two kind of scaling we can do. We can horizontally scale and we can scale vertically also. So let me show you how to scale catalog service microservice vertically first. So you can see right now it's using 768 memory and 1 GB disk. I'm going to scale this memory to 1 GB. So that's a horizontal vertical scaling. So for that I will use CF scale command, the application name, microservice name, catalog as BC, and I will use -m option for memory, and I'm going to increase memory to 1 gigabyte. Yeah, you want to scale? Yes, I want to scale. So it's starting the instance with 1 GB. Okay. So you can see now the maximum memory allocated 1 GB instead of 768 MB, and same thing you can verify here at console also. So here you can see that maximum memory allocated is now 1 GB. So this instance has been vertically scaled to 1 GB. Now I will scale down. So I will use the scale command, CF scale catalog as VC -m option, and I will bring back to 768 M. So now this is scaling down to 760 MB. That's the maximum memory will be allocated to this instance. So now you can see that this is scaled down to 760 MB, and same thing can be verified here at console. So using 768 MB. We can also scale down the maximum disk allocated to this microservice. So we will use CF scale catalog as VC -k option and 512 MB. So this will scale down the disk space to 512 MB. So you can see that here maximum disk space being allocated. I mean the maximum disk space that this microservice can use is 1 GB, and now we are bringing it down to 512. So we are actually scaling down vertically to half of the disk space. Okay, so scale it down, and you can notice here that now this maximum disk that can be allocated is 512 MB. Same thing we can verify. Here the disk space is not being shown, but the maximum disk allocated to this microservice is now 512 MB. The vertical scaling is not sufficient. Sometimes when the load is too high and you want to create a new instances, so in that case there is a need of scaling horizontally. So you want to create more and more instances. So I will show you how to scale this microservice horizontally. So the command CF scale catalog as we see, this is the name of application, and we want to create 2 instances instead of 1. So now I'm horizontally scaling. Now it should have 2 instances. Okay, so I'm going back here, refreshing. CF apps. You can see that here actually the catalog SBC microservice have 2 instances and is running on 2 instances, is using memory 768 MB on each instance, and disk space being used is 512 MB on each instance. And same it's showing actually on a console as well. Once load is node high, and in that case we can scale it down. We'll use the same command, just you can say instead of 2 we can say 1, so we are scaling it down to 1 instance. See, now service is running on only 1 instance. This is all about scaling. Now if you want to try some other application, some other microservice, and you want to clean the space on console on Pivotal Cloud Foundry web service, you can delete this microservice. So deleting microservice command is CF delete microservice name, application name, catalog SBC. It will ask for confirmation, say yes, and it will delete the app. So app has been deleted. Now if you will list the apps, it should not show any apps. No apps found. There is no apps found here as well. This concludes the demo. Thank you very much.